Alright. Hi everyone. Te beginnen ga ik even Nederlands gaan. Yes. I was muted. Ik ben eigen mute. Meest gezegde zin 2020 zeker. Goed, ik ga subiet, als we echt officieel starten, wel in het Engels gaan. Ik denk dat het voor iedereen het gemakkelijkste gaat zijn. Te beginnen, hallo Nick. Is dat toevallig Thomas Moore, de naaier? Want daar heb ik ook nog gezeten. Ja, of dat je deze event mocht opnemen. Sure, why not? Momenteel is het wel een heel kort eventje, try-outje. Normaal gezien, aangezien we op YouTube streamen, wordt dat ook op YouTube automatisch daar ook gesaved en zal dat wel geüpload worden. En voor de rest, dag Drees, dag Wim, Nana, hey. Ik ga nog een klein beetje wachten. Right, turn out. Alright, cool. Wat voor een opdracht is het juist dat je moet doen? Ja, ik denk dat er ook wel een klein beetje een delay zit. En... Hop. Goed. Alright. I think we can go live and really start with the meetup right now. So today we're going to do a virtual tryout just to make sure everything works fine with StreamYard. As you can see, we're using StreamYard and YouTube. See if that's a good matchup and for our follow-up meetups. And I will just try and give a small talk, more like a showcase on Tailwind's newest package addition to the Nuxt package, which is the team viewer, which is pretty nice. And I don't know what else I have to say about this now, but let's just go right into the talk itself, the showcase. And I would love to get some feedback from you guys if there is something going on, like I was muted or the stream is a little choppy or something, just to do it better next time. All right, let's see what we got. So I hope it's not too small. And hi Arno. And let's just right away start with the Tailwind viewer. This is an addition to the Nuxt package for Tailwind CSS, and it's just available from version 3.4. And what does it do? It does show like the your Tailwind configuration visually and makes it easy to copy and paste classes from it. And it just uses your Tailwind config, which you can put in yourself or extend yourself. It's a better word. So how to use it is, first of all, we need a Nuxt project, and we can make a Nuxt project with just npmx. I don't know if it's small. I hope it's clear to see. Please let me know. But it's just the npx create Nuxt app command, and then you give the name to it. First off, it's just going to ask us a few questions like project names, programming language. Yes, I'm going to use JavaScript, not TypeScript, for example, package manager. And here, this is the most important one. Out of the box, you can like add, tell Nuxt to install a UI framework for us. And here we will take Tailwind CSS. Then all the other options that will come up, just your personal preference. I'm not going to bother it because I already made a new Nuxt application for this. And I will open it. So out of the box, not much just comes with it. The Nuxt will already have the Tailwind CSS package installed for us, which we can use. And since it will also be the latest version of it, so normally it will be above 3.4 and it will have this theme viewer. So just going to start it up. And one of the things we'll notice is that besides of the normal listening URL, there will be also an additional one with low-tailwind. And on this URL, we can find our Tailwind viewer, config viewer. Just going to open above. So as you can see, it's just standard Nuxt application. Nothing's changed. And then this is the thing I'm talking about, the Tailwind config viewer. It uses your Tailwind config, and if you like, we have a clean project. We have no additional things set up in our config, so it uses just the default values that Tailwind set for us. And here just displays everything in it, like the colors, also text colors, spacings, for example, opacity, border radius. It looks pretty neat, and also dark mode, because why not? It's also fun to scroll through it. And one of the cool things is if you want, for example, to say, okay, I want a yellow background, I just can click on it, it will copy to my clipboard, go to my code, and inside my code, in my index page, for example, I can say, okay, I have this title, and also want to add the class to it. So, and if everything goes good, it has a yellow background, which is really cool. We can do the same for text, for example. I don't know how it will look if we say take pink and we put it on here. I noticed there are also out of the box some CSS classes on it. So it's a subtitle. I wanted the title. And if we then go, it's ugly, but it works. Which is really nice and really easy to just see what classes you have. So since it looks at your Tailwind config, we can extend our Tailwind config by creating a tailwind.config file. And inside that file, for example, I have this one. We can say, okay, we want to extend our theme with, for example, spacing, border radius, and a color. Of course, we take the view color. And if we save this, and I've noticed you might have to reload to be sure that everything is taken. So it will load your config, and then when that's done, you can go to, for example, we added colors. We added a new color, so here we have the background view, and now we can use the background view inside our application instead of yellow. And it will look like this, pretty nice. So that's one of the great things about it. If you have like a lot of own classes you want to add, so I mean like extend your theme. One of the things, for example, with the project I'm working on is we're using Tailwind, and also use this, for example, and we're using a prefix to say, this as a prefix of, for example, I have one set up here, awesome. And so it's more like unique to the project, and we can use, for example, third-party CSS files or CSS files from our designer, and he or she just makes the classes with that in front of it, with the prefix. And if I edit here, I just reload here, and it adds those to the class names. You will notice with the prefix here the classes are broken, so we can fix that with adding our awesome prefix, which is just like, yeah, this is more like Tailwind stuff and not really for the Tailwind viewer. Out of the box, Tailwind viewer will run. It's only on dev, so it's only development. But if you're like, okay, I don't want it, I want to have it running, you can go to your next config file, and under the option of Tailwind, you can just say, okay, I want viewer on false. By default, it's true. And then this page will no longer exist, as you can see in a second, normally. It's going to take a while. And also here in our console terminal, we only see the listing of our application, which is really cool, and I really like the tool, especially because we on our project have a lot of classes that overrides the default theme here, and it's easy to use them. With that idea in mind, when I saw it, some people might have seen my previous talk about Chakra UI View. I thought, okay, well, why not make one for Chakra UI View? Because I really like using it. So it's still a work in progress, but here I'm just building something I like on my own. It's not as cool because it's not integrated in the model itself, but yeah, which uses also the default theme of Chakra displayed here, for example, the colors. And in addition, together with Jonathan, creator of Vue, a Chakra UI View, helped me out with this. We're now able to use a JavaScript object, which you can put in here. It's the same as you would put it in your project when you want to override or add new things to the theme. You put your custom theme object here, for example, colors brand, and then you say set my custom colors. And then at the bottom, it will add those colors, just like in the Tailwind config viewer, which is also cool. And yeah, you can also click on it and copy those class names. So I say it's just still a work in progress, but I thought, why not share it with you guys? All right. I don't know. Is there many people here that work with Tailwind and already have used it? And what do you guys think about that? I know there will be a delay, so I hope with the YouTube stream. So maybe that's something we can look into for next time. So I'm just gonna pop over to here. Okay, well, that was like the thing I wanted to show you. I hope if you're using Tailwind, just upgrade Tailwind. The Tailwind Next model. It's only in Next for now. Integrated, I think it's possible if you, for example, let me see. It uses the Tailwind config viewer package. So maybe if you use it on Vue, you can install this too, and have fun with it. So, well, if you don't, if it's your first time using Tailwind, you might need to get used to it, because putting all those classes in here, could be messy. But once you get the hang of it, it's really awesome, especially with the viewer. All right, so I hope it will inspire you to take a look at it. So we're not live for that long, for like 15 minutes, but I feel like everything is going all right. I can see your texts, your chat messages also in StreamYard, which is pretty cool. As a last thing on that, I have another slide. Here we go. And those are our announcements. Well, first of all, I would make an announcement for a GSBE. It's going for the Belgian friends here. And what I'm going to do there a talk too about Chakra UI, which is also a great component framework. It's on the 4th of February. I think it's also going to be live. More information will be put soon on their meetup page. So be sure to check it out too. And then we have GS WorldConf, which is hosted by the people from Passionate People and from the Vue Amsterdam. So I really loved those conferences when we could like go there physically, and I'm really sure this one will be great too. So really check it out. And they also have now a discount, so it's only 50 euros for a ticket if you want the full package, of course. It's also free if you just want to follow. And then another big one, of course, is our real first meetup from BEL Vue, and we're planning to do it end February, beginning of March. So far, we got one speaker. Yes, Wim, it's you. And we're still looking for speakers. If you have something you want to talk about, please, Vue related, of course, please just send me a message, or Wim, or any of the organizers. And we'll see where we can fit you in. It would be awesome to have you at our meetup. And then to end, we have the Worldview Summit 4. And this is like organized by Worldview Meetup Group, which is more like a global meetup group. We had speakers from America, from all over Europe, one time even from Asia. So it's really cool. And I'm also in the team there for the 4th summit. Soon we will have our golf papers online. So if you want to give a talk there, please feel free to reach out, and I will see if we can make it happen. Would be really awesome to have some people from Belgium speaking there. And yes, that's it for the announcements. I just saw a comment from Wim too, because about giving Chakra UI a try. Well, I would say yes, do it. Would be really cool. I'm really loving it, and I think it has a big potential. It's not finished yet, and the version for Vue 3 will be out soon. Normally, I mean soon. They're working on it. I will say that. All right. Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be Vue specific. Okay then, Wim. Well, that's also great. If you just want to give a talk, sure, do it, please. Contact us for the BEL Vue talks. All right. I hope it worked all very well and we had no issues. Thanks for being here. Like I said, it was like a tryout, a small one. So I hope, Nick, it was a good one for your for the thing you had to do for school. And if you have any questions about the Tailwind Viewer, please feel free to reach out. If you have any questions about BEL Vue or our next meetup, please feel free to reach out. And have a nice evening. Thank you very much.